Hey guys, welcome back. So guys, in this video we are going to learn the complete REST API in Laravel 11 version. So guys, I have already installed a fresh Laravel 11 application here and also served the application at localhost 8000 which is running over here. Okay. So now guys, let's get started. So let's open our project in our editor. So I use VS Code editor. So first step, after installing your Laravel project, let's install the API also. So let's open the terminal and click on new terminal. So before installing, I just want to show you a few things like here routes. So in this routes you see, you don't find api.php file, and inside your database you don't find few migration about the API personal access token, and also guys about the model. So in the model user.php you don't have a trait called has API token. Okay, so guys, now let me just get started with installation. PHP artisan install :API, hit enter. So your installation starts. So guys, our installation is completed, and here it's asking a question like new database migration has been published. Would you like to run all the pending migration files, yes or no? So right now we'll give no guys, because we want to see our database connected or not. And here you see API scaffolding installed. Please add the has API token trait to your user model. Okay, so make sure you're copying this. Now let's minimize the terminal, and first let us go to your app model user.php. Inside the user model we have to add this has API token. So let us give as use. Now you can copy this at the last of your use. Inside the class user model you have to add this has API token. Perfect. So now guys, we have added the has API token, and now let's move in the migration. So database migration, you find the new table about personal access token. Okay, and also you will see a new file inside the routes api.php. Cool. So now guys, let's migrate that. So before migrating, please check do you have connected your database or not. So yes, I have connected here using MySQL and Laravel 11 database. So now guys, let's hit the command php artisan migrate, hit enter, and your table is migrated. Now let us get back and see do we have a personal access token table here. So let's refresh. So guys, here you see we have a personal access token table. Okay, so now, so first step guys, we are going to start with the API CRUD operation with an example of products. So let's create a migration file named products. PHP artisan make :migration create products table, hit enter, and here migration is created. Now you can go to database migration and the last, and now let's give the fields. So we'll give a string, the product name, then the product price, and one more field. Let's add that as a medium text function, which will be description. Okay, and now let's push this table into our database. So PHP artisan migrate, hit enter, it's migrated. Now you can find that products table. Let me refresh the table here. Okay, products table. Cool. So we have migrated it. Now you can get back and let's create the model. So PHP artisan make :model. The model name will be product. Hit enter. So our model also is created, product.php. Let me close this and go to app model, your product.php. Perfect. Let me just zoom it. So first step guys, we will declare the table like product table equal to your table name, products is the table name, and then protected dollar fillable will be all the fields. So what are the fields? You can just copy from your migration file, that is name, description, and price. let's close name, description, price. That's it. And now let's create one controller. So PHP artisan make colon controller, and I want to create this controller inside a API folder. API forward slash product controller. Hit enter and your controller is created. So you can find that in app http controller API folder. Inside that API folder you find your product controller. Cool. So now guys, let's begin with creating the functions like public function, the function name index function, and here is a typo. So in this index function we will get all the records of the product. So before getting the records we have to create the API. So let us go to our routes api.php, and here let's begin. So first step guys, we are going to create a route using API resource route. Okay, so now guys, let us give the URL. So creating a route products, and let's mention the product controller class. So make sure you're importing the class guys, which is already imported automatically. And now guys, we can check the route list for this product. So let me open the terminal, php artisan route list, hit enter. So let's move at the top, and here you see the API part. Okay, so this will be our complete API route. So now guys, we can just follow this and create the complete functions. So let's move inside the product controller, copy this, create for the store and for the show, and update, and then destroy. That's it. So now guys, let's begin with the index function. So first let's create a variable called products equal to your product model get function. Okay, so getting all the product data, and import the product class. So it's imported here guys, and now let us return this in JSON format. So first I will check if there is a records, like yes, else. So if a record is available then show, else you can return response function in JSON format and reply 200 here, and give the message as no record available. Okay, so if the record is found, then we are going to return the complete product data. So how are you going to return guys? We will be using the resource part. So let me just a new terminal and create a new resource, php artisan make resource the product resource. Okay, hit enter and your resource will be created. So you can find that in the app http directly a resources folder will be created, and here is your product resource. So guys, this resources is used to respond in JSON format. Okay, so here you see JSON resources it uses. So guys, now you can use this product resource. So you are sending multiple data, so you have to use in different way, like just return product resources collection function, and inside this you paste this product variable directly. Okay, so whatever data you have in this, you can access each column. So before that, let me import this class. Okay, we have imported. And now guys, all the column fields like name, description and price inside this product, you can access in this product resources. So right now you see here that it's returned directly parent to array. So instead of this, you can return in this format also, like the name of dollar this of name. Okay, so same way guys, you have to change for the description, then price, If you want to take the created at column, so you can take it same way, created at price description, and if you want to give name or else product name, so anyhow it depends on you. So this will be the response output. Okay, so let me just keep it name itself, and we can get the ID also. Done. So guys, the difference is here you can manage only like what fields you want to show, or else if you want to show complete thing, you can just keep the same. Okay, so guys, I will prefer using like this. So now let's get back, and yep, so guys, let us test this API, like this index function part. So let's go to our api.php, and to test this API I'm using a Postman software. So let me just open. So guys, this is a Postman software which I have installed. So now guys, let's make a new request here. Just click on this plus icon, and here your request sends. So now guys, let us copy the API, get back, and by default you have to give API and then products. So what is the complete URL guys? Let us go to our browser. Just copy this localhost 8000 and paste here. Let me remove this extra forward slash, and let's send the request. So if you send, so let's see what happens now. So here we get the error guys, like raw, so internal server error, which is telling the collect function does not exist. So it's not collect, it's collection guys. So let's go back to our index function and tell collection, and now get back, send the request, and here you see by default data has come. Okay, now you can click on this pretty. So here you see in the object data you are getting this empty array. So guys, here it's not able to check like it has data or not, so you can use just count function. If it is greater than 0, then you have to return this, else return this. So now get back, again send the request. So here you see the message no record available, and the status is 200. So you can see at this. Okay, so now guys, let us get back and start with inserting the record using the API. So it is very simple guys, just use the simple request here, get the request dollar request, and do the validation first, request of validate function, and use the name field. Okay, this will be your input field value, and what will be the validation, it is required, and it's going to be a string value, and then max 255. Same way for the price will be integer, and you can remove this max. So this will be the price, and for the description it is required string, and max should not be there. Okay, so now guys, you can get started with inserting the record into your model, I mean products table. So let's use product model colon colon create function in array format, and you get all this each fields. So let me just copy and paste here, and inside this just get the request of name. Okay, so this will be a name description, so you have to just paste that. Let's paste here, paste it. So my input request description and input price. So once product is created, you have to send let's response, so return response function in JSON format in array 200, and here array will be like message of product created successfully, and also you can respond the data guys, which is the dollar product equal to dollar product. Okay, and here you set the data. Instead of sending the complete model, we want to send our format data, so which is the product resource. So let's get back on this, let's copy the product resource and make as new product resource function. Okay, so now guys, let's get back and create a product record. So let me just copy this complete API and paste here. So guys, to create or insert the record, you have to use the same route which is shown here. Let me just show you in the route list. So here you see guys, that is about the post request, which is product.store. It goes to the store function and this is the API. So using post method and the API is this. So now guys, let's get back to our Postman. And yep, so this will be the API and it is a post request. So let us select that post method. And now guys, let's go on the body tab, and here you have to select with form data or raw data. Okay, so now guys, let's add the fields. So make sure this raw data which you are entering, it should be in JSON format. So select the JSON format here first and then you can work on it. So now guys, let's add the fields like name colon, and here I'll give null, and the field description colon null, and finally the field price colon null. Okay, so now guys, let us just click to send the request. What happens now if you click send? Here you get an error. Like, let me just click on preview. So here you see guys that it is showing the main page, home page. So I think it's not able to handle the validation part. So let us get back and move at the store function at validate code. So instead of this validation, we'll be using a validator method. So let's create a variable called validator equal to your validator class colon make function, and inside this function you have to pass $request of all function and then use array and give all the input fields. So here you just copy and paste the fields, and yep, so now you can remove this. Now let's copy this validator. If validator fails function, then just return response function in JSON format, and the error will be 422. So in this you can send the validator messages. So let me copy this variable and mention that error, then arrow function $validator of messages function. Okay, and if you want to mention like the message uh, all fields are mandatory. Okay, and now guys, import this validator class. So class import. So here you select with illuminate support facets validator. Let's click on it, and yep, so you can just move and update that validator. Okay, so here our validator is imported. Perfect. So now guys, let's get back to our Postman and send the request again. So here all the fields are empty right now. Let's click to send the request. So here you see all fields are mandatory, the message is, and the error inside that it is showing name field is required, description required, price is required. So let us add the product like Apple, and this is Apple description, and I will keep the price empty. Let's send a request. So you see again that it is asking for the price field, and now if I give like 250 and let's click to send the request, so here you see the product created successfully, and this is the data guys. Okay, which is just shown only whatever fields we want. So now guys, let me just show you in the database whether it is stored or not. Perfect. So here you see guys, our record is stored. And now guys, let's get back to the editor, and so we have done with the create product, and now let's move on to view the product, I mean fetch each product. So for that, let's get back to the api.php, and this is the API resources guys, and according to this, to get the data one data, you have to use this route, so which is coming via show method. So here is the show method with the product ID and using a get method. Okay, so what we have to do, you have to use this product variable inside your controller. So let's copy this product and get back inside your show function, and here provide the model name product and then the product variable. So make sure this variable is same as provided in your route list. So this is the variable guys, product. So I'm pasting that product. So now let's return this. So return inside a JSON format you can return, or else with the help of your resource, that is your product resource, you can just use this and return it. Okay, so it is the same logic guys, returning with the status 200 with the your field data. Okay, product data. So it's the same. So now guys, let's save, and yep, let's go to the Postman. Let's click on new tab for the new request and copy the API. So let me just copy this, get back and paste here. And now guys, the route is like providing the ID. So ID number 1 here. Okay. So now guys, let's click to send the request. So here you see you have got the data, that is ID 1 and the details. So let me just add few more products. Okay, so here I will add like mango. This is mango description and the price is like 150, and let's send the request to save it. So here product created successfully with the mango details, and let's with the grapes, and this is going to be like 100. Let's send the request. So here we are. So product created, and now let's get back to the show detail. Okay, so let's send the request here once again and with the ID 1. So let me get the grape item. So product, let's send, and here you see for the ID number 3 we have got the grapes. Perfect. So this is how we work to get the data. Okay, so now let's get back and continue with the update part. So how do you update these details? Okay, so you want to update this grapes record. So for that, let us get back to the code and write the code for update the product. So for that guys, according to this API, you are using a put or patch method, and here is the variable that is product, which goes to the update function. So let us get the product variable, I'm a product model, and dollar product variable. Okay, so this is the same variable you are getting it, and also we need the request, like we are sending the input request from this Postman, right? So to get that, please add the request also, request of dollar request, comma, done. And then guys, let us add the validation and the update code and then return the data. So let us move at the top at the store function. So here we have already written the code for the validation and then create and then the response. So let us copy this complete code and paste in the update function. So now let me just arrange it. Here it's gone messy. Okay. So guys, first step doing the validation. Let me close this terminal. So we are doing the validation and responding that all fields are required. If validation is done, then you will start with the update part. So here I'm just going to remove this complete model and just use update function. That's it. Okay. So this is the variable guys. From the update function, you are getting the product variable. So using that product variable, you are updating that particular record, and this will be the fields. Cool. So now guys, once updated, you will return that product updated successfully and return the updated record. Okay, that's it. So now guys, let us get back to the Postman, and yep, let's open a new request and let me copy the API. So here we paste, and what method you have to use? You have to use the put method. So let me just show you. Put or patch, any of this method you have to use, and let's use it put method itself. So you are using the put method, and now get to the body part, and at this body you have to select with the form data or raw data anyhow. So if you are selecting a raw data, please select this in JSON format and provide the fields. So let me just copy from the post request guys. So we have already typed it. Let me just copy this and paste here. Okay. So on this ID number 3, I want to update this grapes to GRAPE grape. Okay. And here also grape. And this is grape only we'll keep. Let's send the request. So let's see what happens. Send in the request and here you see product updated successfully and the grape spelling is changed. Okay. So let me just show you again with the pricing. Like I will keep 50, send the request and here you see the data is price 50. So guys, we have done with the updation part also. Cool. So now guys, let's begin with the last option, that is destroy, which means deleting the record using the API. So let us get back to our code, and this is our public function destroy function. And in this destroy function, how you can use the, please check out your route. So here you see it is using a method delete and the API is same like as we edit update. So same way you can delete also. Let's call the product model PRODUCT product model dollar product. So from where are you copying this variable? Product. So here is the product variable, guys. Just copy this and paste here and it going to the destroy function. So now let's use this product and use delete method. That's it. So this will delete the record and then you have to return a message. So let me just copy it from above and paste here, and here we don't need to show the data because we have deleted it. So let's mention the message as deleted successfully. Okay, so now guys, let us get back to the Postman and let's copy this API, get to the new request, paste it, and please select the delete method. So using this delete method and sending the request with the ID 3, I want to delete the ID 3 data. And now let's click to send. So once you click to send, it will delete the record. So let's click on send. So here you see product deleted successfully. And if you try to get the record with the ID 3, you will not be able to get because it's already deleted. So let us see that. Let me just move to the third tab here, which is using a get request, and this is the ID 3. Let's click to send. So here you see we have got the response, guys, and let me just preview here. You see that 404. Perfect. So here you see that 404 means it's not found. So ID 3 is not found, but guys, this is not the correct way to show the output because it is a API request. So for that, guys, you have to just add a simple code inside your go to bootstrap, inside this bootstrap app.php, and inside this app.php with exceptions. So let's go to the Laravel documentation on error handling. So here I found that how we can skip this. So just copy this code, guys, and paste inside this exception part. Okay, and also import this not found HTTP exception and also the request classes. So here it is. Let us just copy this, Control C, and import or paste at the top. That's it. Now done. So guys, let us close this app.php and get back to your Postman and send the request again. Let's click to send. So here you see message record not found. Cool. So guys, let us just get to the first request, that is fetching all the products. So let's fetch. So here you see that on this request you have got all the products. So ID 1 and ID 2, that is apple and mango product. Third product is deleted. Okay. So guys, we have successfully completed with the RESTful API CRUD operations using the API resource route. Okay. So guys, in next video, we'll be seeing about how to create a authentication for this route and secure this route. So guys, in this video, that's it. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe, like, and share.